Hey everybody, Joy here. It is Wednesday, February 2, 2022. Remember the very first scan and cut shirt that I made? I actually had it hanging up here and I just now found it. Love this one. So, this is just going to be a real fast little video to show you how I'm going to fix the is. The is that Jerry can't see because I want to wear this tonight since I didn't get to wear it last night. These are so comfortable. I'll show it to you on me. I'll put it on here before I go fix supper. But I don't know if you can see the is now or not. But I'm going to show you how to fix it. Now, the only things I have fixed in my lifetime of scan and cut, which is what, since a year ago, Christmas, I have found that if you're going to replace something with the exact same thing, you can take off what's there and replace it with something else without just a huge gluey awful mess. Now that's what I found out. For instance, if you have a triangle, certain exact size, you could take that one off and put another one on the certain exact size. See what I'm saying? But here we have an is. So I'm going to take this is off and I'm going to put a new is on. So how am I going to do that when all of these words are in my scan and cut? I'm going to show you. Because a lot of you like me to show you how to use the scan and cut. I wish you could see it better. I wish you could see it better, but I haven't figured out how to do that. Let me see if I can close up it. Oh look, you can see that. Alright, let's see if I can show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to home. And it says, the carriage will move. Okay, fine, move. We don't care about that. The retrieve and resume, okay, to retrieve and resume previous memory. Okay, since that's the one I'm going to use. So there it is. And there's all my words, and they're all reversed, which they have to be. You know what? I think you guys can see it. Oh my gosh, I'm so proud of me. So this says good. That says A. This says medicine. And this says cheerful. Because I have it arranged for the fabric that I was going to, for the vinyl. When you cut vinyl out, you have to be reversed. See my sign? Oh, you guys can't see my sign. Well, I'll show it to you in a minute. I cut out some vinyl press-on letters, and I pressed them on here, and it says, did you reverse it? Okay, let me see. I'll back you up just a hair. Nope, you still can't see it. Maybe you can see it just a little bit right here. Did you reverse it? So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words up there. I don't want all those words. All I want is the word is. See that is right there when it's really, really close up? I'm going to change that from pink to white. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit this. I just clicked edit. And I think you could actually see that. Now I am going to choose. I'm going to choose the A. And I'm going to say delete. Oh, and I told you a special news flash that this friction marker right here with the rubbery tip makes an excellent stylus. So A, do you want to delete it? Yes. Good. Delete. Do you want to delete it? Okay. Medicine. Delete. Okay. The last one is cheerful. See the little trash can right there? Are you seeing the trash can? That always means delete when you throw something in the trash can. Delete. Okay. So the only word I have left up there is. And I don't want to change it at all. I don't want to make it bigger. I don't want to make it smaller. I want it to be exactly the same because I'm going to cover the same exact space with it. Okay? So, now that you've seen that, let's go ahead and get to the cut file. Okay. Now on a scan and cut, when you're ready to cut, you just keep saying okay, 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 until you get to please select. So please select is where you choose if you want to draw it, if you want to cut it, if you want to emboss it. I don't even know what that means. So we're going to go to please select and we're going to say cut. Cut. See cut right there? Cut, draw, emboss, foil. Foil? Foil and glue. Oh, I for sure don't know what that means. Cut. I have to do some lessons on that someday if I ever learn it. Now, I know that this is already set up to half cut, and it's already set up to cut a little square around that A. I'm going to make sure. So how do you check things? How do you get more information? Whenever you see that little wrench, you see that little wrench right there? Click on the wrench, and the wrench will always give you more choices. So we're already on cut. So when we click the wrench, it's going to have to do with cut commands. So we've got cut speed 3, we've got cut pressure 2, we've got cut pressure half cut at 2. We have weeding box off, I'm turning it on. Weeding box spacing is fine. Weeding box will cut a square around just that word is. You'll see that in a minute. Okay? Okay. I'm ready to cut. So the next thing, let me back you off and you can watch me cut it out. So we're going to use the purple mat, the standard mat, and on mine, I wrote vinyl because my machine came with another mat that was for fabric. I'm not using that mat. I'm never using that mat. I don't even need that mat. So actually, I didn't need to write anything on there, did I? Or I guess I could put vinyl and fabric, whatever. Take the plastic off the top. The plastic is just to protect your surface when you aren't using it. Take the plastic off. Take your vinyl. Take your vinyl. Make sure you know what part is supposed to show, because there's two sides, and it's the shiny part. That's the top part, that's the right side. It goes down, and because it goes down, your letters have to be reversed or they're not going to show right. And so I'm going to stick this down on my mat, and I'm going to roly-poly it with my roly-poly. And I pretty much pound mine because the strength in my arms, well, nothing to brag about these days. Now Terry, oh my friend Terry, she's so strong. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is feed our mat. Let me get my new stylus. My new stylus. It works so good. I haven't lost it one time yet. Okay, so now we want to scan the mat. So we're going to go back. We're going to get out of cut. And down here, under the add, edit, there's a square with a whole bunch of little shapes on it. That's a grouping tile there. This wrench, you know about the wrench. Well, this one in the middle where the mat picture is going to scan this with the vinyl on it, okay? Or with the fabric on it. It's going to scan it with whatever you have on it. Now, I'm using white. I don't know if it'll even see it. Let's see if it can see it. And then another thing you want to do is come over here to the wrench. Remember, the wrench always has something to do with what you're on. And we are going to tell it that the cut area is now 12 by 12 because I've changed my mat. I'm not on that 12 by 24 mat anymore. Okay? So we're going to do okay, okay, okay. Now we are going to click the mat and we're going to start it, and it's going to scan and it's going to see that white vinyl that I just stuck down there. I hope I can see it. Here it comes back at me. I love this scan and cut machine, y'all. It is so much fun. Alright, so now if you look here at my screen, let me turn the lights back off again. I think you can see the screen real good now. Yippee-ki-yo-ki-yay. Okay, so can you see up here is the is reversed? It's the IS and it's reversed. This picture right here is supposed to show me the mat. Only problem is I can't see the white vinyl on it because it's white. So there's another thing you can do. You can, don't do that, you can choose the wrench again and you can choose a different background. There's two choices. I don't know what the difference is in the choices. I just know this is one choice. This is the other choice. Background. And it makes it show up sometimes. If you can't see it and it doesn't show up, if you'll choose a different background, sometimes you can see the, yes, I can see it now. You see up here, there's these squares. There's a grid on the mat, and I can see the grid everywhere except where that white is. And it turns out it's just fine where I'm going to have it cut, so it really doesn't matter. So I'm going to hit OK, and we're going to please select again, and we're going to choose cut again. And every time you go to cut, you have to choose that, that box, weeding box. You have to choose it every time. Weeding box on, but everything else stays the same. So I'm all ready to cut. Let me put you back out so you can watch. All right. Are you ready? We are going to start. I don't need to test. You could test and you could have it cut a circle or a triangle, but we don't need to test because we just did this yesterday and we know it works fine. So we're going to hit start and it's going to cut. Yay! See right here? There's the cutter. There's the blade. That's the whole brain right there that does all the cutting. It's going to cut a little square around that word is. Did you cut a square around that word is? You better have. Okay. Now, you just push this little mat thing and it'll shove your mat back out. Did you see that? Here it is. It's loose. It's out. Yes, it did a little square around the word is. Now let me show you something. For those of you who you haven't even taken your scan and cut out of the attic or out of the box, I did the craziest thing the first time I did this. I pulled, it was this, and I pulled all the letters off. I left everything there except the letters and I pulled all the letters off. No, 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 don't do that. That's very bad. Hold on. I'm sorry this is white and it's going to be hard for you to see. But maybe if I hold it just right, you can see the square and the is. I don't know if you can because it's got the light back on again. Let's try it with the light, without the light. So, right up here is where my word is. And there's a little box around it. What you want to do is remove everything but the word is. You want the word is to stay on because what's on the back, what's here, is an iron-on pressy sheet. And you'll see when I go iron it on. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull it off. Here it is. See? The sheet, it's half cut. So it cut through the vinyl, but it didn't cut through this sheet on the back, and that's what you want. So I am going to cut out just this little area here so I don't waste the whole piece of vinyl. See, so this is going to go in my scrap vinyl. Nothing wrong with that. So my word is here. So I'm going to remove everything on this. You'll see it's a backing sheet. I'm going to remove everything off of this but is. Okay? Let's see if you can see it. And I think you can. Right there. All right, let's get that box off. I'll try to put it where you can see it. See how everything's coming off and the letters are still there? See? You can sort of see my is there. But there's always some innies. Some innies of the letters that you have to remove. So we're going to get that off of there. There's one of them. There's a little bitty circle up here in the S. And that's it. So you see how I removed everything but the IS. The first time I did this, I removed the I and the S and I left everything else. And I'll tell you what, I had to start over. So I'm going to cut out this white part off the outside. I don't need that. So this is right side up and you can see my is. My is IS like it's supposed to be. This is going to go on top of that is. I can put it directly on top and just iron it over it, but I'm going to try to take the other is off, is what I'm going to try to do. Okay? Let's go into the ironing board now and I'll show you what I do in there. So here I am at the ironing board. Now, don't ever touch this stuff directly with the iron. Always make sure you have a pressing, some sort of sheet on top of it, okay? I have so much vinyl on here and I want to be sure I don't touch it. So I'm going to make sure I know where that is. And I'm just going to heat it up. You know, I don't want to make it so it stays even more than it's already staying. Yeah, look there. Look there. Did you see that? Look. Came right up. So all that's left is the dot. The dot is left. Come off, dot. I'm going to have to heat the dot up some more. Let's heat that dot up. And let's get it off of there. Come off. There it is. There's the dot. So now there's no more IS. There's the pink IS. There's the pink dot. We're throwing that away. Now I'm going to take the new IS and I'm going to make sure it's exactly where the other one was. Right there. Right there is where it was. I'm not going to get my great big Cricut iron. I'm just going to iron it down with this. Make sure you've covered all of the plastic. Don't touch any of those other letters or they'll be on your iron. Let's try now and see if that is will stay. No, the is still won't stay. So what I'm going to do is get my big piece, and I'm going to iron it even more. But I want to make sure I don't mess up anything else. I'm going to watch the clock and do it 20 seconds. I have the heart sewn down, and I sewed it down with just a really close straight stitch. So it's not going anywhere. Aha, here we go. Did you see that? See, so here's your backing sheet. You see it? It's a little plastic thing with a whole bunch of sticky stuff on it. So the sticky stuff holds your vinyl until you iron it down on something. So now, I'll bet Jerry can see that is. He can see it. I'm going to put this on for you guys. Hold on, I'm going to take all my clothes off. In my brand lounge gown. And my video from yesterday, I put a link to our lounge gown sew along. So I'll put a link to it under here too in case any of you are interested. This is made with the Judy Kessinger Fit Nice System Dolman sleeve. So fast to put together once you get your pattern made. See? So Jerry hadn't even seen it yet. What do you think? Can you see the is? Let me get up close. Yes. A cheerful heart is good medicine. That's what it says. Okay, I hope I learned you something today. Thank you for all your compliments on everything. You say the sweetest things to me, and that's why I keep making videos. So if you want me to keep making videos, just keep on saying nice things, because I just suck it up like water in a sponge, I tell you. It's wonderful. This quilt, I have told my subscribers before what it's called, but I had somebody ask me yesterday, so I'm going to tell you. I tried to find my pattern. I can't find my pattern. I have no idea where it is. But the pattern is called Chanticleer and Company. Chanticleer means rooster, somebody told me. So the pattern is called Chanticleer, C-L-E-E-R, and Company, and it's by Nancy Barrett. So if you will Google those things, the pattern will come up. You can still buy it. And it's fun, fun, fun. Took me a long time to make it. I've got threads on it from my nativity quilt here. What a mess. No, from the hearts. I use it for a bulletin board. It ends up with all of these threads on it. Go figure. Okay, I'm going to wear this with an apron to make my dinner, and then I'm going to wear it to bed tonight. Even though our anniversary's over. But praise the Lord forevermore. I am so glad I didn't lose my husband. I just lost my slumber party. I'll be back soon. I don't know what I'll be making next, but whatever it is, you know, I'll bring you along.